Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. As I'm primarily a control player when I'm not building budget decks, one of my longtime dreams has always been to play budget control decks. And Hearthstone has made playing budget control decks really difficult. However, in most expansions I've been able to build a priest deck that is at least somewhat close to being a budget deck, that you can actually play on the ladder, and I'm happy to tell you that I have succeeded in Madness at the Darkmoon Faire as well, and this is my budget control priest. Budget in this case might go into quotes a little bit because there are 4 epic cards in this deck. There are 2 copies of Zetek Veilweaver and there are 2 copies of Plague of Death, and unfortunately I cannot build a control deck any cheaper than this. This is as cheap as it gets. There's also one legendary card, which is the Galagrunt the Unspeakable, but that one is for free anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So when building Control Priest for Madness at the Darkmoon Faire, I started from my Control Priest deck from Scholomance Academy, which was a Galagrunt Priest deck, but this isn't really that much of a Galagrunt Priest deck. The nuances have changed quite significantly, even if the main cards have not, because this one doesn't run any Galagrunt support. The lone Galagrunt is there to destroy one random enemy minion and to give you the hero power to roll some priest minions for any matchups where you actually need value. So that's going to give you some value. And other than that, the deck now is much more around Zetek Veilweaver than it has ever been in the past. Zetek Veilweaver just cast spells, get spells, create random resources, get some of that good stuff that you don't have otherwise as a budget player. There's Palm Reading, discovers a spell, reduces the cost of spells in your hand, so that makes it easier to go for those Zetek turns. There's also Renew, which allows you to discover a spell. Both of these, well, discovering it's much better than getting a random spell, so you can discover some of the resources that you otherwise don't have. You have tons and tons of removal, you have that Zetek combo. Then there's Pyromancer, Pyromancer Apotheosis, then Pyromancer starts to heal you with all of that AoE, play that together with cheap spells, clear boards, heal up. Lots of early removal, Breath of the Infinite, Holy Nova, 2 Deaths, 2 Pains, just an abundance of early removal, 2 Holy Smites even. And I have found that that is quite necessary, so that with these tools, this deck is actually able to fight against these Evolved Shamans, fight against these Aggro Demon Hunters, because you have such an abundance of removal and then some random generation on top. Fighting against combo decks and slower decks can be a little bit more difficult. You have Galagrunt generate value, you have Plague of Death so that you can kill the Rattlegore from something like an ETC warrior, then you can just starve them out, you don't play stuff on the board and you just wait until they die. And you have 2 copies of Hecklebot in this deck, so you can Hecklebot some old cards, you can Hecklebot ETC, you can try to Hecklebot something like Ilgenot or some of those damage dealing things from Soul Demon Hunter, but Soul Demon Hunter is the worst matchup for this deck. Soul Demon Hunter is really punishing as a matchup, but other than that you can handle the aggro decks, you can handle the rest of the combo control decks in the meta, so I've been pretty happy with the deck overall. As for the mulligans with this deck, you want early removal. You want removal that fits whatever your opponent is playing, so Breath of the Infinite and Penance are 2 of the most commonly kept cards. Although if you have like Pyromancer Apotheosis being offered to you in the mulligan, yeah, you are often going to keep that. Or if you're up against these sort of combo decks, slower decks, Hecklebot can often do some things against them. You generally try to play Hecklebot when you can remove whatever it summons as well, so if you have like Palm Reading, and then you can go from Palm Reading into then Hecklebot and 1 mana Death or 1 mana Pain on turn 5, then that for example could do the job. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also support the content that I create by joining as a member here on YouTube, or joining as a subscriber on Twitch where I live stream 6 days a week, so check down below for a link to my Twitch channel if you're interested in that. And now, let's go take a look at Budget Control Priest in action. Keep Palm Reading, ditch the rest, try to find some AoE. So if the shaman tries to like prepare a board in advance for the weapon, then I can remove that board. Then of course there will be the other board that will be after the weapon, which will be more difficult. Tour guide is a surprise. Is this like a totem shaman? What if there's the legendary totem coming? Scary things. I think I'm a little bit concerned about that totem. and its implications. Nah, it's not a totem shaman. It's just your regular shaman. Okay. Fine. Then maybe I overreacted a little. Grave Rune really not the card because of Revolve. Initiation or Forbidden Words. I suppose it's the Forbidden Words here. Initiation, of course, would have gained a discount, but I suppose this will have to do. So, like, if Shaman plays the Hare now, then I can just clear that. Now Shaman gets the second weapon. Ooh, that's starting to look a little bit scary. Just a tiny little bit scary. Need to clear that one. Otherwise there was Coin Weapon and Face hit this turn every time. It might still be Coin Weapon, but it's only like a Dread Corsair at best. And the Dread Corsair. And the Dread Corsair. Fine. Would I Holy Smite that one? I could also Forbidden Words it. Maybe Forbidden Words is better. Save more stuff for the Pyromancer turn. Now there's going to be a Hare. Probably. Either the Hare or the... what is it? The Pit something. That one, Pitmaster. What's your favorite legendary from this expansion? Maybe Yashiraj. So these are 2-drops, right? So they become 3-drops. Okay, and I know the other weapon is already in hand. But I still have to clear this board, do I not? I can't allow these to become 4-drops. Then they will become unclearable pretty much. I could hold back both Holy Novas though. That's probably going to be possible. If I do some renews and get one cheap spell. Another Holy Nova. Also another Holy Smite. Might pick up the Nova here. I need to renew the Pyromancer. Shadow or Death. Looks like a useful card to me. Need to heal up the Pyromancer and Holy Smite a minion. Like that. So now I have a lot of Novas and 1 death in hand. Ha, Spanish Banana. Yeah, I'm still trying. This is a very different take than what I played yesterday. So far this has worked a little bit better. But we'll see how it goes in the end. I want to play one of the original Holy Novas. To kill that board. Yeah, I cut all the Galagrand buff cards and I put in even more removal and even more spells, so it's more built around the Zetek and less around the Galagrand. Well, the weapon cannot be played, but the Horde Pillager can give the weapon. Okay, so there's a weapon in hand. This is the second Box Spine Knuckles and there's a third one in hand already. So there are some problems here. I can't kill the Il'gynoth. Do I just take the damage? I mean, that's 10, 12, that's 16 damage right there. So it's not exactly fun to just take it. I don't think I can afford to just take the damage here. I think I need to kill the rest and leave only Il'gynoth alive. Thousand Urel. It's a decent card. It's not a mandatory card for Pure Paladin. If you don't happen to have Urel, you can perfectly well play Pure Paladin without her. But it's okay. It was at the start it was a little bit questionable whether Urel had a spot in the deck or not. But right now it looks like it does have a spot in the deck. There's one more weapon in hand, remember, so weapons keep coming. Oh dear, that is very, very bad for me. Oh dear. That's tough. I mean, I have to plague that board because I have no other way to remove the Krastinov. And now Shaman has so many cards. Shaman can easily build another board and have the weapon again. Okay, chooses not to use the weapon yet. There's still both hairs are still left. Yikes. I've survived 2 copies of Box by Knuckles now, but there are 2 more copies of Box by Knuckles coming. And this is the amount of stuff I have. So it's not exactly great. Alright, Box by Knuckles number 3. This is so much damage from the Knuckles alone. I have to become Galagrond, right? I think I have to become Galagrond and I have to start rolling some hero powers here. I need more resources if I am to have any chance here. I'm unable to corrupt this at the moment. I fully expect there to be a hair. That could also be like the 10 mana spell. Because it was discovered but it wasn't played. Even though there was a lot of mana. So it could be Eye of the Storm. But just the hair is probably already good enough. I mean, it does come with... This is already the 3rd Box by Knuckles. I have not had the time to properly contest this. Okay, charge minions. Holy guacamole, that's a lot of stuff. There's a Dragonbane here. That's just crazy. A small upside with the Moag Artificer. I'm actually able to kill the Dragonbane. I can death the 5/2 here. Palm reading is not good enough. There's probably going to be a revolve in that deck. I still have to use the Apotheosis. I need the resources. This one needs to kill that. So if there is the 4th weapon, the 4th weapon is one-off, unless it comes together with another Serpent Shrine Portal, in which case it's lethal. There can also be a revolve to get rid of my lifesteal. Well, the Dunk Tank was definitely a big surprise. Was that actually discovered? Was that actually a discovered card? Yeah, it was discovered. Alright, well that makes sense. There's one more weapon left. There's one more Serpent Shrine portal left. Breath of the Infinite now kills all of this because of the Moarg. But Serpent Shrine portal plus the weapon would kill me. Potentially anyway. It's time to do a little bit of palm reading. Probably need another apotheosis here. I still haven't seen the revolves. I have to do the Breath of the Infinite, right? This kills all the minions. And then I can play a Taunt minion on the way. So then there has to be a Revolve, Serpent Shrine Portal and the weapon to kill me. Now there has to be quite a few things for me to die. And these are not those things. Good. I could try to heckle. Nah, I can't heckle. I need to Setek. I need to apotheosis this one. And I need to play the Sandhoof. Revolve is coming probably pretty soon if it's over there. That's a bit of a problem, of course. Need the apotheosis. A Holy Nova. An interesting card for sure. Can I leave the evil totems up? Shaman can't revolve if the evil totems live, right? So I think this is how I need to play this one. That takes me to 16. So I'm no longer within reach of the weapon and the spell. Well, rush minions are now a bit of a problem. And there are some rush minions in that deck. Okay, it's starting to look pretty good here. So now I'm able to play the Heckle bot. Yeah, I can hero power. I can play the Heckle bot without actually summoning a minion from Shaman's deck. Unless I want to summon a minion from the Shaman's deck now. Would I want to? I probably need to kill the ETC, right? Do I need to kill the 5-drop? Perhaps I don't. I do need to kill the 5-drop. Well, this one goes there. And this one goes there. And then I'll Heckle. I mean, if I can get a Mogu, that's still good. Killing the Mogu is still good. Well, this leaves the 5-drop up, but killing the Mogu is still good. Getting rid of some Mogus so the Shaman will have fewer 10-drops. And we take the game. Guess I'll try with a hand like this. This can still be Aggro or Soul Demon Hunter. Both are seeing a lot of play right now. So you need these sorts of early defensive tools. I would probably keep a Heckle bot as well. Deck request open today. No, I'm playing budget decks. I'm really not going to go on EU. I also don't know about opening deck requests because I don't have nearly all the cards for this expansion and I'm not intending to give Blizzard any money. So my ability to play all decks has been diminished. So I don't really know what to do with the deck requests at the moment. There's going to be a Soul Demon Hunter again. And that's tough. You play for 15-20 minutes. Then you get killed in a single hit. Unless I find a heckle bot and manage to heckle some of the damage away. Alright. So far it's all good. Just healing up a little, chilling, seeing what happens.
You don't pick the ones, eh?
Wand Makers. That's a demon companion. Maybe. Maybe not. What other card would you play immediately? You wouldn't. You wouldn't want to draw the Outcast card. You wouldn't play a Slice. Well, Manaburn, okay. Fine. Think I'm going to just Holy Smite that one to avoid damage. Well, we survived the first random card. That's good. Pow pow. What if there is a Lapidary next turn? How am I going to kill the Lapidary? I need to use the palm reading now to find the tools. Not the best possible set of tools, but it will do. Means that I couldn't hero power this turn. Hi Alex, it's going okay. There's the Lapidary. So now I'm in a position where I can do Holy Nova. And I can do Penance on the Lapidary. And I can also renew my face a little. 10/10 copy of a minion in my deck. I suppose that's what we're grabbing here. It could be a taunt minion. There are some silences potentially in the deck though. Oh, it's the greedy version with the Horde Pillagers. Haven't seen that one around so much lately. That can get ugly though. What if there's a Sociologist? Well, it couldn't be played yet anyway. What if there's a second Lapidary? I probably do need to Penance that. And heal up a little. But so much damage is coming in. So much. It's hard to stay alive. Old-fashioned build. With the penflingers and everything. Very old-fashioned. Prismatic Lens King Faris Paladin. Yeah, that used to be played at one point. It was never meta deck because it's not very good, but at one point some people were playing it. Time to go into Idol. Let's get a 10/10. There can be a silence in that deck, of course. There might be a way to handle that with some kind of a Blade Dance play. But it's not guaranteed. Top deck Skull. A bunch of cheap cards. If there's no silence for that, then there would be the option for me to just apotheosis it and go face. That would really heal me up. We'll see. What do you target with Hecklebots? Old cards, all sorts of combo things. Ilgenot, ETC. I would be, of course, against Ilgenot and ETC, Lucia would be better. But actually I just run both, pretty much. In the fullest version. There is the Consume Magic. There is no Consume Magic. Intriguing. In that case, I think we're going to go for a little bit of lifesteal here. I can afford to heal this one, right? Yes, I believe I can afford to heal that. Let's heal for 12. That's good. Healing for 12 is good. Having a 12th minion on the board is good. Because without the silence, that minion is tricky to kill. Even if there's a Blade Dance. There are still 2 discounted cards from the Skull of Gul'dan though. So that definitely things that can still happen. There was the silence. Well, if that was there to bait away the Apotheosis, I could hardly imagine getting more than 12 healing from the Apotheosis anyway. Another top deck Skull. Yikes. 1 discounted card. Just 1 discounted card from that one. Okay, that's good. So Sociologist is still in the deck, but I need a way to handle the Sociologist board. Let's kill off that one. That goes face, and I believe I want to heal my own face here. I'm not sure if that deck runs Il'gynoth, because it seems to be the old build with the Penflingers. We'll see. It might have Il'gynoth, then of course the OTK is an option. Penflingers do bring a lot of damage over time. I would need to find the second Apotheosis even. Those Penflingers are not going anywhere anytime soon. It's just really difficult to survive all this. It's like 10 damage. 11 damage actually. 11 damage by spending only basically 2 cards. That's tough. Blade Dances are still available too. Well, that's some healing. I do like it. Healing is fine. Penance. I like Penance. Just healing myself up again. Alright. Phew. So that was 11 damage and I healed for 10. But, I mean, the Demon Hunter still has a handful of cards. This just isn't ending anytime soon. The worst part about Penflingers is how long it takes. It takes ages playing these Penflinger games. So much damage. I mean, Demon Hunter just keeps pounding 10 damage or more per turn. That's crazy. So far I've been healing up afterwards, but eventually I will not be able to do that. There's going to be a Blade Dance to kill my minions now, right? That's the Blade Dance. Yep. That's crazy. So that was 12 damage this turn. No, 13. 13 damage this turn, right? Yeah, 13 damage. Last turn was 11 damage. Without really even spending anything. Do I need to go to 16? What about when the Sociologist is going to be played? But there's still one more. There's still 2 more weapons. I think I need to go to 16 now. There's still 2 more weapons. And a Lapidary. Oh boy. Very old-fashioned deck. With the Vulpera. I'd really need to find Apotheosis so that if Sociologist is ever played, then I could heal up with the Pyromancer. But other than that, those penflingers, I mean, the penflingers alone have dealt like 10 damage over the past 2 turns. That's crazy, crazy levels of damage. And that was a fine top deck too. I'll be forced to penance the minion. There's still a lapidary left. I have to penance the minion. I'm trying to keep healing, but there's so much damage in that deck. It's crazy. And then the penflingers again. Oh. I've seen the slices, I've seen the chaos strikes. Oh, there was that. That was crazy good discovery. I'm just about out of healing. And there's still a lapidary left. Yeah, lapidary and the penflingers will be lethal next turn. Oh. Just the penflingers will be lethal this turn, actually. Well, I have Veil Weaver and Pain, and I have a Breath of the Infinite in case it happens to be the aggro version after all. Alright, we can try with these cards. There's been just so much damage every time. Aggro? It's aggro. Alright, a different matchup then. Okay, so well now Hecklebot is not nearly as useful. We'll see about the others. But I needed the Hecklebot because otherwise I don't beat the other version. I think I can afford to drop 1 Pain on the Battle Fiend here. Save the Breath for a little later, because it's currently the only AoE piece I have here.
Hey, I got you, friends.
Mana Burn? Okay, well then I'm not doing anything next turn. You got me there. I suppose I'd be chilling. I had the option to coin the Pain on the 2-4. But I didn't want to do that in case there's a reader. If there's a reader, I just felt that that's too scary. I have to have a plan to beat the reader. Just need to be able to kill the reader. Reader is too scary. I might be taking too much damage anyway, though. We'll see. 1 Breath of the Infinite here. Not enough if there's any of the good stuff. And already down to 19 health. The only upside is that the Demon Hunter has to kill the Setek. They don't kill the Setek, I just step the OCs on the Setek, and that's just lots of bad things will happen to the Demon Hunter after that. These minions don't line up very well against the Setek. So, some upsides. Weapon, of course, would be good. You could play the weapon and then you could use like the 2-4 to trade. Or maybe the 2-2. All the Wriggling Horror can make easier trades. Oh, that's a lot of health for so many minions. Another Setek, but not right now. This will be the Breath of the Infinite. And heal my face. It still looks like I'm dying.
How's the weather down there?
There probably are no cards that cannot be played there. Oh dear. The Divine Shield. That's so good. Yeah, that's going to be lethal. Not this turn, I mean, but next turn. I can't help it. What if I play Hecklebot and Coin Apotheosis? If there's no Cane or Silence, that's my best chance to survive. This is my best chance to survive. A 5/11 lifesteal taunt. Demon Hunter has 2 cards. Now Demon Hunter has some more cards. How much lifesteal am I going to get? Divine Shield minion gives none. But if the Demon Hunter doesn't find a good way to answer the lifesteal minion, I might still be able to do this. That was the best chance I had. Well, it's unlikely that that would be a 1-drop. So that I would not have played the Stilt Stepper there. That was really unlikely to work. Oh, look at that, going to 20. Of course taking some damage afterwards, but going to 20 is still fun. Then down to 12, but that's perfectly fine. I get to Soul Mirror the board away. Alright, so I haven't seen any of the slices yet. So there could be some slices. There might be a repopulation of the board, and that could still kill me. But now the Demon Hunter will have to work for it a little bit more.
Let me work my magic.
There's still 1 mana burn left. There's the Bite, of course. Bite and the Slices. That's tough. That was pretty much an ideal hand for those cards. So Rusted Raider can kill the Reader. But I need to heal up with the Renews. Is 1 Renew enough? 1 Renew could be enough. If there's Cane, Cane is lethal. Cane is always lethal. I need to do both Renews, then Cane isn't lethal actually. Probably for Shadow Madness here. Then it's the Rusted Raider. That kills the Reader. And Holy Smite takes down the other minion. So there would have to be Cane and Slice for that to be lethal. And Cane isn't run in all of these lists even.
Step up.
The Slice is there. But unless there's a Silence and all of that damage is going to the minion. Oh boy. That hurts. But Shadow Madness is not a good solution right now. It's with 5 mana on the Shadow Madness. I've seen all the Slices though. There's 1 Dreadlord's Bite left. So that could be 4. Plus 6. But I can't Shadow Madness and Apotheosis, that's not what's good. Have to try the Shadow Madness here. Silence is nice. Then I'm going to just silence that. I can kill that. I can renew my face. Discover Radiance. I can play Radiance. I can heal up. So I go to 20. There was an alternative to Inner Fire, the Setek. But now if you're wasting damage to kill the Setek, there's still a Guardian Oak Merchant left. If you spend damage to kill the Setek, then that's also not great. Guardian Oak Merchant, so that could be like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 4. That could be up to 12 damage is possible. Is there a Cane in that deck? There isn't a Cane, right? There's a Wriggling Horror. There's a Wriggling Horror, there's a Guardian Oak Merchant. And there's a Demon Companion. Those are the 3 cards that are remaining.
Face me, you tempting tyrant.
That's an upgrade. Probably.
Not many cards.
There's a Wriggling Horror and a Demon Companion left. And neither of those help against this Hecklebot. And we take it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.